Hello, everyone. I'm here today to do a movie review with my friend here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, anyway, what he said, we're gonna do a movie review for you, YouTube.
and today's movie is Pacific
Pacific Rim.
Rim. Oh, yeah. We watched this at the midnight premiere in the Cinemark Paradise, and we watched it in.
XD 3D. And let me tell you, that shit is awesome.
It was off the hook. This movie definitely is a comeback to the kaiju era.
Oh,
Since
yeah, definitely.
we are big fans of kaiju ourselves, we want to share to you how much we love this movie.
Yeah, and according to Guillermo del Toro, this movie is about a homage. No, it's not about. It is a homage
It is a
to.
homage.
It's a homage to like the kaiju films and that old animes to do with mechas like Gundam. And I have to
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Gundam and then other movies pertaining to mechas and giant humanoids and robots and such are Ultraman and Power Rangers and all those goodies. So anyway,
And it's also a homage to some of the other classic giant monster films
like
like
Godzilla,
Godzilla, Gamera,
Gamera, and
and so on and so on.
yeah. So anyway, let's talk about the movie, shall we?
Now, the story revolves around these giant monsters who appear in another dimension and are causing havoc across the world. Military forces don't seem to have a match for these giant monsters, so the only way to combat these things is that we created giant robots that can be able to combat the kaiju menace.
Yeah, and these giant robots called Jaegers, which is German for hunter, fight against these kaiju, which is Japanese.
For a giant monster.
Yeah, and like the plot and the storyline is it's very simple. What like it's pretty much what he said.
It's like your basic typical kaiju film, but
It's
more awesomeness than ever.
yeah, like this movie, it's truly the first movie of a new generations of giant monsters and giant robots fighting against each other or solo films or whatever comes out in the near future. But this movie is definitely worth the money.
Yes,
It
it is. So yeah, anyways, now let's talk about the cast. Charlie Hannum, who plays um Raylig Beckett, however you pronounce his name, plays the one of the pilots of the Jaeger Gypsy Danger.
yeah, and he's the main protagonist along with the other co-pilot, which her name is Riku Kichi.
Kikuchi, who plays Makomori.
Yeah, she's the co-pilot of the Gypsy Danger because in order to pilot a Jaeger,
You
you
need two people linked.
so that way their minds will be stable when they're in drift, and one person wouldn't be able to take the Jaeger alone because it would be too much for their mind and body.
And we also have Edris Elba, who plays Stacker Pentecost, who is the commander in chief of the operation of the Jaeger and Kaiju attack. So yeah, they're like a G-force, sort of like in the Godzilla films. Whenever a giant monster appears, they send out a mecha in order to fight it.
Yeah, he's like the top dog in the operations. Like he's like the most respectable and yeah, he's the most respectable man in the operation, and everybody gets orders from him. So yeah, he's like the Nick Fury of the operations, but more badass.
Yeah, he is definitely way more badass.
I'm not saying that. Oh yeah, he is badass than Nick Fury, but like Samuel L. Jackson is still badass. Anyway, let's keep this conversation going.
Yeah. So, anyways, we not only have giant monsters versus giant robots, but we also got like a ton of action, explosions, not like Michael Bay, for
Yeah, fuck
example.
him.
But, anyways, this movie was a hell of a lot fun. The kaijus were done awesomely because, each one looks different in its own way, but still looks cool.
Yeah, the kaijus were done in a unique style, and Guillermo del Toro, he definitely pulls a masterpiece right here. Like, he really pulls himself a great monster movie, and I'm proud that he even thought this movie would like. I'm just proud that he had an idea like this.
Yes, he did. He definitely did an amazing job in directing this masterpiece because he knows his stuff.
Hell yeah.
Ron Perlman stars in this movie, and he plays Hannibal Chow, who is a black marketer who makes a living in dealing kaiju organs.
Yeah, and then there's also Charlie Day, who plays as Dr. Newton Geisler. He's a scientist who's trying to study the secrets of the kaiju. And I didn't expect him to be in this movie because I see him more of a comedian, and he's very well known in the show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which
Yes.
it's a good show.
Yes,
But
it is a good show.
I never thought he would play as a scientist in this movie because to be honest, I never take him seriously because he's always crazy and random. But in this movie, he's pretty good. I have to admit.
Yes, he is. I mean, when I first saw him, I was like surprised. I mean, I recognized him. The guy, I just didn't know it was him in the movie.
Yeah, Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. Especially Ron Perlman as well. That was a big surprise as well.
Yeah, like Ron Perlman, he's worked with Guillermo del Toro before,
You know,
and I'm not really surprised because he's probably been more than one Guillermo del Toro films, and it's good to see him in a film like this.
yeah, especially if he has kind of a minor role.
Yeah, even though he has a minor role, he's still part of the all-star team of this
Yeah.
movie.
He is.
I think no, actually, I think he's one of the few cast members that are very well known, along with Charlie Day, of course.
And yeah, and there are also, some laughs in this movie.
Yeah, mainly from Charlie Day.
Yeah, Charlie Day. But yeah, so yeah, this movie was like, what can I say? This movie is the beginning of a new dawn of the kaiju era, since next year is gonna be the return of the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla, who we can't wait for that.
And that film is under Legendary Pictures as well. And yeah, we're stoked for Godzilla next year.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna make an announcement in Comic-Con about the movie this year in 2013.
So yeah, if Legendary Pictures pull this off with Pacific Rim, then there is hope for Godzilla, man.
Yeah, I mean Legendary Pictures is an amazing company, and they have a lot of excellent movies. Let's just hope they don't disappoint us with the Godzilla film.
So yeah, but this movie doesn't disappoint.
Yeah. What would you give the score?
I would give it a 5 out of 5.
Same here. I would give it a 5 out of 5 as well.
So yeah, anyways, this has been our review on Pacific Rim. We definitely recommend this for all you kaiju fans out there if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, definitely. Check this movie out as soon as you can. It's definitely worth the money.
Yes, it is definitely worth every penny. So yeah, this has been our review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you guys later.